Hello, everybody. Yeah. Yay. Yay.
We are here.
Yes.
We are here.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't believe it. Thank you for joining us today, and I'm giving you a few minutes to come in. Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's a good word to start with. Yeah.
Mike,
That was an understatement.
Mike, Dave, how are we feeling today that in a matter of a couple of hours, we're getting ready to...
Drop it.
Oh, we're going to drop it.
We're gonna drop it because it's hot.
That's a great way to put it.
Oh, my God.
It's great. I'm so proud.
I don't even know what to say, but
Yeah.
guys, we're here today because we're going to be talking about the crowd music plan. I call it the crowd music lifetime investment.
Yeah.
It is the gift for real, guys, that
Yeah.
keeps on giving and giving to your grandkids and your children's children. This is phenomenal. And you all heard me the other day talk about St. Dave and St. Mike.
Yeah.
And these two right here are absolutely
Yeah.
incredible. Incredible.
No question.
Why don't you tell them a little bit, Mike? I told them a little bit about how you got started with all of this and
Sure.
give them a...
Absolutely, yeah. Things started out really. I've been a musician my whole life, guitar player since I was 10 years old, and I won't tell you how long ago that was. But it wasn't until my daughter came down here to Nashville, Tennessee, to Belmont 4 years ago to become a singer-songwriter that I started looking at what was going on in the music industry, and I saw how music creators were being taken advantage of, just the injustice that goes on. That folks like yourself that are making phenomenal music are being told by the major corporations that run the industry, your music isn't worth anything anymore. It's advertising material for you to go out and play concerts and sell merchandise. And for that average artist, they're going out there and they're struggling. They're trying to figure out, how do I make this thing work when I can't sell merchandise because all my fans are saying, well, yeah, I listen to your music all the time for free on streaming services.
Wow.
And so artists can't go forward. And I just said, there's got to be a better way of doing this because there's money being made.
Right.
And I said, well, what if you could pay your fans to promote your music for you?
Yeah.
Pay your fans
Pay your fans
to promote your music.
Right. And I sat down. I took about 36 hours straight, and God just really laid on me just a plan of how to do this.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I said, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This works. Why hasn't anybody else done it? And I sat there for 6 months. I picked the thing apart myself, trying to find holes, trying to plug things up, going, well, if you do.
Yeah.
And I'm scratching my head going, this all works.
It works. Yeah.
Why isn't anybody doing this? So Dave, who is a phenomenal producer himself, has worked with everyone from Katy Perry on down, had produced my daughter's first EP. And so I called him up. I said, can we have lunch? So I got something I want to run past you. And so we got together for an hour lunch, which ended up being 6 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
And at the end of it, and when we looked at it further, it was like, why isn't anybody doing this? It's greed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greed.
It's greed.
And Dave,
Greed.
I want to ask you,
Yeah.
what were your thoughts when he brought this to you,
Sure.
and you have been in the music industry for years,
Absolutely.
a phenomenal musician, produced Katy Perry, all of these phenomenal people,
Sure.
Avalon, that you have been associated with and given credit for really creating legends.
Right.
What was your first thoughts when he presented this to you?
Well, the funny thing is, for many, many years, I was kind of on that quest. There's got to be something different. And I would come up with ideas or visit with friends and have different things. And when we sat down at lunch and he told me, the first thing I did, I started laughing because I'm like, you're speaking everything I had been hoping for and working for. And I had a hard time not interrupting him. He'd be saying something about, but I know where this is going. I know where it's going because this is what I've been hoping for. So it really, it actually started the next part of my journey in music, which is really kind of, I'll always do music. I'll always do production. But now my mission, what I feel is helping others, not only in music, but music lovers, music fans, everybody. We all have this universal language of music around us.
Yeah.
And now everybody can not only enjoy it, but prosper from it.
Right.
I often tell Mike, I said, crowd music feels like the kid with the 2 fishes and the 5 loaves
Yeah,
that
that's it.
fed the thousands. And there were 12 or 13 baskets left over.
Yeah.
I said, Mike, this continues to work that way. It's blowing my mind. Yeah. So, yeah, I was laughing. I thought it was hilarious. And at the same time, I was like, this is where God's timing works so intricately. Sure. And, ideas that have been birthed in him and thoughts that have been birthed in me and coming here. And as the industry continues to falter and this starts building up, it's like God's timing is showing in ways that are like modern miracles to us. It's really kind of blowing our minds. And it's like, powerful. We get to be a part of this. This is cool.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely.
And what did you think? Because you have been in, and I don't want to use this terminology, but it is true. You have been at the helm of music almost at every turn since you were a child, and you worked with some of the greatest producers. Everybody in the industry know who you are. People have won Stellars, and of course my record that went platinum, you sat in the producer and the co-producing seat. What did you think when they brought this to you and said to you, people really can get paid for promoting their artists and people that they love?
When I first sat in Dave's house and heard it, I couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't believe it. I said, this is the most incredible platform and matrix that I've ever seen. I've never seen any format like this. There was nothing like it. And I was trying to pick the holes in it. I think I talked to Dave that night. I said, I'm asking questions, and I'm going, if this thing is accurately like this, there is nothing like this. I said, I absolutely have to be a part of that, 100%. And after I looked at every piece, and having been in the industry for so long, I've seen the other side of it, where I've gotten the checks for 3 cents. I've gotten the checks, right?
My last one was 22 cents.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the 22-cent check yet. I'm still working on that.
I'll buy you lunch. How about that? Yeah.
And so from a music content builder's perspective, Dr. Bynum, it was unbelievable, because there was so many incredible things about it that just worked. And when greed is pulled out of the equation, that's what made it work. The major variation is that the greed aspect has been removed from it.
Wow.
So if there's no greed, then it's just fairness.
Yes.
Wow.
So what happens is, and I'm trying to sound all crazy on another thing, but the righteous-minded people think of fairness and how it can be just. But traditionally, what we've seen is the models have been extremely unrighteous or unjust. Right. So it's no fairness in it. So when I saw it again, it was, if this thing is accurate, this is the most incredible thing I've ever heard. I told Phil Hewley, who brought me, I said, he was sitting behind me, and I turned it, and while Dave was up talking, I said, man, if this is accurate, I said, this is the most incredible thing I've ever heard. I said, and I told Phil, I said, the first thing I got to do is call Dr. Bynum.
And you called me.
I called you in the car.
And I was like, twin, I can't.
I said,
I don't feel like hearing no mumbo jumbo.
Right.
And I said, I don't want to hear. I said, you talking numbers, and I was sick, and I was in Tobago.
You was in Tobago.
And then finally you called me back and said, twin,
just
listen.
do like I'm asking you to do. We can talk about it later. Just trust me.
And I said, okay. And you got Dave on the phone.
I said, I got to call Dave,
So the model of this thing, and the reason why I'm taking this time out, because my audience, people that love the music that God has given me, the people that follow my ministry, I would give somebody the heart out of my chest if I didn't need it to breathe. Absolutely. That's just who I am. It's my nature. It's not what I do, it's who I am.
Right. Absolutely.
So I'm being presented with an opportunity for the first time to be able to not just say to my audience, God bless you.
Right.
But really say, God bless you.
That's right. Yeah.
Because this is that phenomenal.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, walk us through. I'm Juanita Bynum. I'm coming to sign up. Take me through these steps and tell me, first of all, I'm going to let Dave tell us why it is imperative for people to sign up right now. Like,
Okay.
what is the
Okay.
what is the press? Because people can sit and say, "Well,
When
I'll
it gets
sign
to-
up
yeah.
in 2 weeks, and I'll just wait 2 months, and I'll just wait 6 months."
Right.
Yeah.
Can you please explain to them
Sure.
why it is imperative to do it now? I have literally signed like 40 people.
Yes.
Myself.
Absolutely.
My friends and family said, "Thank me later."
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put your name in this,
Absolutely.
and I'm going to sign you. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Well, there's always going to be music lovers in this world. We know that. That's as people are birthed, as people pass, people are always going to love music. In the meantime, as artists have fans and fan bases, and you have your favorite artists, you have certain songs that you love, and you feel, you want to have a closer connection with that artist. And so what we're saying is, hey, artists like Dr. Bynum and like others, you have people that you have a great connection with. The quicker you get into this thing. Currently, we're in the thousands of people who are joined up, but we have a 3 billion person market that has a cell phone, that has an iPad, that purchases music. For those that come in early on, as more and more people join the crowd, those people, we don't do this where everybody is a lone ranger. We do this where we work together. So everybody has a connection with everybody else, whether you're in this crowd or that crowd, with this artist crowd or that artist crowd. So the earlier you get on, as Mike and I kind of talked this morning, it's like you have your artist and you can either have a front row seat at the concert, or you could be in the balcony nosebleed section. And right now we're working on those first few rows. If you get in here, you have more opportunity to have more connections, and that leads to having more monthly residual income, more opportunities to make money off the songs sold. The quicker you get in, it's much like, the people who were early on in other companies that blew up. They went to the bank quickly. And so, let's just be honest. You will do very well if you join now and not be a follower.
That's right. That's right. Because I think you said to me, you signed up one of your friends, and they absolutely did nothing, because the concept of the real wealth of this thing is to sign up now, and then you sign up, and then you sign 5 people, and then your 5 people sign 5 people. What I'll let Mike talk about that. But in the process of that, you had a friend to sign up and didn't do anything. He didn't even tell nobody about it. And what happened with him?
And he looked up, and it was probably 30, 35 folks that were sitting under him. And that's not the norm of it. He just in hustle and bustle. But the idea of crowd is to invite and tell your friends about it, because that's kind of the point. You want to share it with as many of your friends as you can. But even in that extreme case scenario, we watched it work.
Wow.
And it just kind of, we were just like, whoa. Because Mike called me about it and said, have you taken a look at that? I said, I didn't even know. And I called my friend. I said, man, did you need to look at this? And he said, oh my God. So I said, so imagine what would happen if you pick up the phone and call somebody.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's
So, Mike, you explain to me.
Sure.
I'm Dr. Bynum. I signed up. JoJo signed me up. I was one of his 5. He signed me up.
Right.
And then walk the people through what happens after you sign up.
Sure. So there's a couple things that happen, and I want to touch on one thing before I forget, just because you mentioned this one person. So there was someone, when you announced this the other day on your show, someone that signed up, and they got excited about, they saw the enthusiasm, I think, and they jumped right in, and then they thought about it, and they thought, I'm not real good at sales or sharing this with people. There's no sales. There's no hype here. It's she said, I'd like, we have a 30-day money back guarantee, so you have time to check it out. And she emailed, and I said, in all thousands of people that we've had sign up so far, I said, we haven't had anybody cancel, in all honesty. I said, I'm just kind of curious why. She's like, I just want to take some time to look at this, and I said, okay, that's cool. I said, you have 28 days, but if you want to cancel, no problem, I'll take care of that. Well, I went into the back office to look up all her information. I called her back. I said, you have 6 people already connected to you. Do you realize right now, this is day 2, and already you're making $11.50 a month minimum guaranteed. Yeah. And you haven't done anything yet. You haven't had to share it with anybody yet. And I said,
so if she doesn't share it with anybody, right now she's making $11.50,
Cents.
which means the $20 a month prescription, she's already getting $11.50
Off of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
off of
so
that.
she's
Right.
more than cut it in
Right.
half, and that's just on day 2.
That's day 2.
I said, why don't you wait 28 more days?
And see what
Let's
happens.
see
Let's
where
see
this
what
thing
happens.
goes.
Right.
I said because I said I'm going to be calling you back, and I said I'm going to have you doing a testimonial to tell everybody
Yeah.
about how you're
Yeah.
making $100 or more a month.
Wow.
You know, because then it becomes easy once people see this work.
Yeah.
They
Right.
once they see
Absolutely.
how it works and
Absolutely.
it functions, it becomes something where they go, oh, now I can see everybody's making money.
Yeah.
So here's how it works. It's for years, record companies have spent hundreds of millions of dollars on marketing, advertising, and promotion to reach you and a few of your friends in hopes that you'll listen to their featured artists, and then you'll tell all your friends about them, and they'll come buy their music. We said, what if we just cut out the middleman, pay all those hundreds of millions of dollars directly to you to listen to our featured artists like Dr. Bynum, and then tell your friends about the great music that you're finding on Crowd. We pay that money to you, and so the way we just do it is just very simple. We said, you know, instead of doing a heavy lifting where I have to share it with 100 people to make $100, we structured it using a concept of exponential growth, where I just share it with 5 people minimum. You can share it with more. I mean, you can share it as much as you want. You want to share it with 5,000 people, you know, you have the ability to do that. But if you we encourage people just to share it with at least 5 people that join the crowd, and then help them do the same.
So you encourage people to share it with 5 people only, initially,
Right.
and then ask those people to share it with 5 people.
Right.
So
and help them.
And help them.
And help them do it. So the whole concept here is that you've got people that bring you into it are helping you. So by joining your crowd, what's happening for people is unique. I mean, if I'm someone on the street and I just hear about crowd for the first time, and I come in and I start sharing with 5, you know, you don't know how many people I'm going to be bringing to it. The advantage they have with you, Dr. Bynum, is that you're bringing in thousands of people that after your first 5 are connected to you, you're now helping everybody else. You're helping those first 5 build. Then you're helping their 5 build.
Wow.
Yeah.
People are benefiting from your people that you're bringing in.
Wow.
So they benefit from that. So, and the reason we structured it this way, we wanted to make the bar very low for people to get over the hurdle to make the point where they're breaking even, where they're making a little bit of money. So that whole concept of I share it with 5 and they share it with 5, at that point you're making between $40 and $50 a month.
Wait.
Yeah.
I share it with 5 and they share it with 5, which is a total of 10 people, will generate $40 a month. You haven't left home. You haven't gotten on the bus. You haven't had to go on break. You haven't sat and worked an 8-hour job. You've done nothing but shared it with 5 people. They shared it with 5 people. And now they will get a $40 check a month. The subscription is $20 a month. So they're rolling over the same $20 because now they're making money.
Right. So they're covering their subscription and they're making an extra 20 plus, and that's just on the subscription.
Yeah.
So what happens as crowd grows, we start releasing multiple songs from multiple artists. So we release 20 songs a month, and you're a featured artist. Now someone comes along and they hear Dr. Bynum for the first time. I've listened to all the other 19 songs this month. You know, I don't really care for those, but I made $40. I don't care that I spent 20. But I love Dr. Bynum's stuff. Does she have anything else on crowd? There's 5 more songs. Click, 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 buy. Now there's more money coming to the artist. There's more money coming to the promoters. Everybody gets paid. Now here's the interesting part, and this might be going through the thought process of some of your viewers here, is people look at this and they go, well, isn't that a pyramid? You know, so, and it's, people are used to the job world. You know, I'm an employee. I have a manager who makes more than me. He has a manager that makes more than him. He has a manager that makes more than them. And then they have executives and then CEO. And everybody the whole way up makes more than the person above them. And if I'm an employee and if I work harder and I do a better job, I make less money than the person above me. They always make more. We designed this so that anyone coming into your crowd can make more than you if they work harder than you. Now you've got
Wow.
Now you've got a incredible head start for you, and people joining your crowd get to benefit from the fact that, I get to be part of Dr. Bynum's crowd, and that's going to sort of jumpstart me a little bit. But once it jumpstarts me, it hits a point where now it's a function of, am I going to start sharing this with people? Am I going to start helping others? Dr. Bynum helped me. I'm going to help others. This is about, like David said, it's about a community of coming together and everybody working together to help each other.
Yes,
and if I want to just sit back and, and not do anything, my income will still incrementally keep to grow because people will get a hold of it. People that come in after me will get a hold, but I'll hit a point where someone will come into my crowd if I'm not working, and they start sharing it with more than 5 people, and they start helping more people, they will make more than me. And
even though you're above them.
Even though I'm above them, if you look at it in that sort of a structure.
Yeah.
And
even though you brought them
even
into
though
the
I'm the one
crowd
that brought them into
and
the
they
crowd.
signed in under you, they don't have to stay under you
Absolutely.
financially.
Yeah, it's
Because they can go out and just start telling the whole nation and end up with 50,000 people. And I only was interested in telling 10,000 people. And the person that I brought into crowd can make way more money than me. Did you all get
based upon
that?
the effort. Yeah,
No,
absolutely. It's
Did you-
based upon the effort.
Are people really
incredible.
listening to this?
Yeah, yeah. I hope you got a notepad. I'm writing, man. And see, this is what happened.
Crazy.
This is what happened to me at Dave's house.
Yeah.
This what's happening right now is what happened when I was at Dave's house.
And
I was sitting there literally holding my head, going, "This is absolutely amazing. I've never seen anything like that before." It was amazing.
Because nobody does it that way. There's
Nobody's trying to be fair.
Yeah, there's companies out there. There's I hate to pick on anybody, but
Sure.
multi-level marketing companies.
Sure.
I mean, there's a little similar piece of this because of this level. It's a referral marketing system. It's a referral program.
Yeah.
But what most of those companies do is a system of you sign up and you buy our products, and then you sell products to other people, and they pay a high price for those. And then I call you up one month and I say, Dr. Bynum, you've sold $2,000 worth of product in your group this month, but if you don't sell another $500 before the end of the month, you're going to lose your people.
Wow.
That's not fair. And then what happens is you go out and you go, well, I want to lose my people. I'll just buy $500 more myself.
Wow.
And people do that, and people run up their credit card bills. They stock their garages full of product, and all of a sudden they finally go bankrupt because they can't do it at some point. In this process, you're taking a $20 monthly subscription, and as long as you do that, there's no volume requirements. There's no sales quotas. There's no, you have to sign up so many people or you're going to lose people. You sign up as long as you say a monthly subscriber for $20 a month, getting 20 songs.
That's it.
You're done. You stay in, and it grows forever. Someone asked me today. They said, "Well, what happens if someone dies? It's part of your estate. You will this to your children."
Yeah.
Wow.
It's an incredible thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's really been the heart of what Crowd is not so that the company and the people at the top can make gazillions of dollars on the backs of creatives and on the backs of music lovers. It really is truly like, let's all work together. Let's all benefit financially together. Let's hear better music together. Let's have offerings from people like Dr. Bynum and others that aren't going to be on traditional radio or different things. I mean, we have so many great talents that people will never hear because they're either too old or too young or don't look a certain way and stuff like that. And Crowd is all about the song. And in the process of having better music, we also enable people to have better lives and have that financial cushion. What is cooler than listening to songs that you love more than on the radio, and you're actually making money being a part of listening to great music? I mean, it doesn't get any better,
Well, I have a few questions from people that are watching. Can they sign up internally? I don't really know what that meant, but we'll throw that out with the fish.
Yeah, we'll come back to it.
Okay. The next question is, will they get this information when they sign up so they can break it down to others?
Yes. So when they go onto the website, so what you'll do to get to Dr. Bynum to connect to her is you're going to go to crowdmusic.com/Bynum. And then you're going to go to that link there. You're going to be able to get to Dr. Bynum's page, sign up. And then when you go through there, again, you've got 30 days to go through and understand everything. You take all the hours you want, but as David said, there's incentive to get in and involved sooner, because the sooner you do, the sooner your crowd starts building. But when you go in, the first thing you want to look at is there's a button at the top that says Community. You go under that Community tab, and there's a Promoter Support, and then there's a little button to the side that says Fast Start. And the Fast Start is just, we put together just sort of a simple steps, and we've been updating the website. I mean, keep checking back because it's getting updated almost every few days. And we've tried to make it really simple. You know, again, it's not a sales process. The Fast Start is simply, you know, everybody communicates by text today.
Right.
You know, and we don't want to just spam people with information. So what we do is just respectfully, hey, you know, Jojo, you got a couple minutes? Yeah, Mike, what's up? I'm going to send you a link to a video. You know, check it out. It's 2.5 minutes long, and I'm going to call you. Okay. I go, there's a video under the tools that you link to. You send them the link to that, or you can go to our Facebook page and link the video from that. You send it to them, give them a few minutes. If they don't call you first, you call them back.
What'd you think?
Yeah, what'd you like about the video? Well, I thought this sounded really interesting. Yeah, this is really cool. You know, I know enough about it, and I've heard from enough people that are getting involved in this and making money. I'm jumping in with both feet, and my total investment into this to start and check it out is $79, which or $70. I'm sorry, 75 with tax. So it's a $49 one-time fee. Gets you a website that is personally branded. It'll have when you go to Dr. Bynum, it'll say your crowd connection is Dr. Bynum.
Hashtag 299.
That's right. That's right.
You know, so
each person gets each promoter person gets their own website. So in
Yeah.
other words, what crowd music is doing is starting you a business
for $49.
for $49.
That's what it
Right.
is.
They're actually starting you a business for $49, including your website. And the only thing you have to do is drop a photo in there.
You're not pushing a broom. You're listening to music and sharing music. You know?
You want me to tell you something else that's going to blow your mind on that? And now I want to be very careful here. I'm not giving tax advice. But I had someone, you know, point this out to me. They said they're starting a business. If you don't own a business currently, you're a W-2 employee. You're a sole proprietor. You fill out a Schedule C.
That's right.
I had to pay $49 to sign up. I'm taking a $20 a month subscription, which I have to take because I need to listen to the music in order to be able to tell people about it. I've got a cell phone. A portion of that's used for communicating with business. I've got a corner of my house that I use for my business over here. People can very easily, depending on the creativity of your CPA, check with them. I'm not giving you advice here, but there are people that have said, you know, I've talked to my CPA and I've looked at this and I can rack up easily $1,200 in expenses here. I can write off, you know, based on based on my tax bracket, I'm saving $500 off of what I was paying in taxes. So now just by signing up, even if you haven't signed up anybody, even if you're not part of Dr. Bynum's crowd, you're making money because you're keeping more of the money from your W-2 job.
Wow.
If that doesn't blow you, if that doesn't blow your mind.
That's strong.
But you're doing that, you're paying that $49, you're paying your first month of $20, and then because we haven't launched yet, we're pre-launch stage. But because we're in that pre-launch stage and we're getting people that are getting involved and helping us build this crowd, you're going to get that first month when we release. You've already prepaid that. But to give you something now, we have phenomenal artists like Dr. Bynum that have said, I'm providing you a thank you song as an incentive for joining us in this great thing to turn the music industry around and start rewarding people for
Now, forgive me for interrupting.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at the clock. We have a 1 hour window here about signing up and getting Dr. Bynum's song today. We've got to talk about this.
Yeah, we need to talk about the music.
Yes.
Quickly.
We're gonna, if you don't mind,
go right ahead.
One question. What if they have problems signing up online? Is there a number they can call for somebody to fix? Because everybody is not computer savvy in that sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They can call the number that's on there. It's 615-800-7488. And you'll get a button, an option to press for customer support. Because of the growth that we're experiencing, we're a baby company. Forgive us. We will get back to you as quick as we can. We've got people. If you can email us, that would be even better. Just email info@crowdmusic.com. So And the Facebook page, too.
Yes.
Great
Our
thinking,
producer.
Brett.
Yes, thank you,
Now,
Brad.
one other question before we go to the teaser. Internationally, if they can't sign up internationally, do you think we would ever get to that point?
Oh, yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Absolutely. The problem with international, because it's a business,
Yeah.
and we have to be able to report the taxes properly.
Sure.
And so that's up to those individual countries. And the minimum in most countries is we need to pay at least $50,000 to the government to start doing business in there. Some countries, as much as they want us to deposit $5 million into a bank account
Just let it
in
sit
that
there.
country in order to start. So as quickly as we can, we want to get into those countries and expand. For right now, as long as they've got access, they can use their credit card to buy. They can sign up as a member. They're getting the subscription.
But they can't.
They can't promote.
They can't
promote.
participate.
They can sign up as a member.
Yeah,
But they
and
can't
enjoy the
subscribe.
songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can
So
still get the
people
music.
from other countries can sign up, and for the $20 a month prescription,
Yeah.
they just can't become a promoter as of yet.
At this
Correct.
time.
Correct.
At this
Yeah.
time.
So the good thing is they're getting a
They
feel
still-
for it, that once we get into their country,
They already know
they
what
can
it
get
is.
they've
it.
got a front
Yeah.
row seat to
Yeah.
jump in and tell people,
That's
hey, I've
right.
been listening to this music
That's
for
right.
a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the bottom line question is, earnings is unlimited. Is there
Correct.
a limit on
Unlimited.
how much you can earn?
Nope.
No limit.
Can you literally earn up to $1 million at one point?
Yes.
Yeah,
Plus.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah.
Or more. Monthly, even.
Think
Yeah.
about
Oh!
See?
I felt the Holy Ghost on that. Did you say a month?
Yeah,
It really comes down to how big your
yeah, how
crowd
big the
is.
crowd is.
there's 7 billion people on the planet. 3 billion of them have a phone that they can listen to and download music onto. 3 billion people.
Yeah.
The music industry estimates that 500 million people will be paying for a streaming subscription within the next 4 years. We said if we captured just a 10% market share, we would have 50 million promoter members in crowd. 1% would be 5 million promoter members in crowd.
1%. A half of 1%.
And when we get to 1%, that 5 million, we'll be able to release. Right now, we're starting out with 20 songs a month because we want to keep it fair for the artists. But as we start growing the size of the crowd, we can bring more artists each and every month. So at 5 million, we figured we could release 200 new songs. We could release 20 hip hop, 20 rock, 20 R&B, 20 pop, 20 country,
Yeah.
and still have another 100 songs to go in
Yeah.
gospel, in jazz, in
Yeah.
classical,
Yeah.
every single category. We could release
Absolutely.
20 songs, and each one of those 20
Each category.
artists would sell on average 500,000 songs, which is a gold album, and or gold single,
Yeah.
and they would make that artist would make $200,000.
Yeah.
And that's just on the artist side.
And that's
That's
just
just the artist side.
and that's just on the subscription.
That's just the artist side.
That's just on the
I need to
subscription.
understand that.
Like I said earlier, people can go and buy singles individually. That's where the other 3 billion on the planet come into the picture. And that's why this isn't a pyramid, because not everyone's going to get involved. But there's going to be
There's
people.
still people that can participate in it.
If artists are getting paid that much, they're going to say, "I'll give you an exclusive song to go on Crowd that I'm not going to put on the streaming services, that I'm not going to
Right.
give away for free any longer.
Yeah,
I'll have my music over here." And when music is exclusive, people will buy it.
absolutely.
And so when people come and buy that music, we're going to have more and more great artists coming with more and more great music that's only available on Crowd.
And all of their fans.
And all the people that are signed up, they're not making money just on Dr. Bynum's music. They're making money on everybody's
the
Nice
music.
music.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of music.
What kind of music?
What kind of music?
Okay, the great thing about
Wait.
this.
Wait,
Don't
wait.
slap
Hold on,
back.
we just blew
Don't
our
slap back
mind
too
again.
quick. Don't slap back. What about this?
Yes.
I'm talking about Angelina Jolie won't it. No. Say that again. So the person is not just making money off of me as an artist. They're making money off of all of the artists that sit in Crowd.
Correct.
A country singer, a R&B singer, a
Yes.
hip-hop singer.
Yes.
And the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just.
Bingo.
Exactly.
No,
Bingo.
no, this is really it, y'all.
Yeah.
No, for real.
This is it.
This is not a game.
No.
Right.
So every artist that is asked to put a piece of music into the Crowd for exclusive content, no matter the genre of music, Juanita Bynum will get paid
On
from
other
all
artists.
of their music.
Yeah.
All their music when people in your crowd are buying
their
that
music.
or
So-
or selling it to somebody in
Yeah.
the world.
So if so let's say 50,000 of your fans decide to buy one rock song, one country song, one pop song, they participate. You participate in what they just spent. See, it doesn't have to just be people that came into the soca music side because they are attracted to Juanita Bynum. They may say, "Well, wow, I like this other piece that may be in the soca music, but it may
I
not
may
be
like
you."
this classical music.
Yes,
I
like
may
that.
like
But
this jazz
but they're
piece.
still a part of your crowd.
And because they're a part of my crowd and they purchase that jazz piece
Yes.
or
You
that
still
hip hop
partic-
piece,
yes.
I still
You
get.
benefit.
Still participate
I-
for that financial.
And that's
You say
Yes.
participate. Use the black folk word. You still get paid. Talking about participate.
and
Participate.
Let me jump
We
in.
don't know nothing about no participate. Participate, go on y'all side. Talk like us. You get some coinage. You get the coin.
You get that bread.
well, and if
Know your audience.
Oh my God.
And if I can
Oh
jump
my
in,
God!
this
I told you it
again.
was like Sanford and Son, the two cops, the white and the black cop. I told y'all.
Well, and going back to the very beginning of what we talked about, hey, if you'll only touch 5, who then touch 5? That's what's great about the music sales side as well, is everybody benefits off everything, and you're doing very little of that. You know, of course, as you talk to your crowd gets bigger, and songs are sold, there's more income coming in with doing very little effort. So, a lot of hands make light work for everybody, and
Absolutely.
that's what makes this work, you know.
And that's what makes it cool. It's not sales. It's you're doing what you already do. When you hear a
Yeah,
great
you do
song
it
that you
anyway.
love, you tell your friends. You're going, hey, check
That's
out this
right.
new song.
That's right.
So you're going to get
Absolutely.
great exclusive music that your friends haven't heard on Spotify or YouTube or anywhere else.
Right.
And you're going to say, hey, check out this new, pop artist. Check out this new country artist. Check out this new R&B, hip hop, rock,
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever.
Check out this artist. When your friend goes, wow, where do I get that? Hey, just go to my website, crowdmusic.com/your
name.
promoter number, your name.
Mm-hmm.
They go to your website, they buy the one song. Well, you got tons of friends that are buying one song here and there. You got some that say, hey, you're making money at this. How do I make money? Join my crowd. It's not a sales
So-
thing. Once
so-
people start seeing that people are making money at this
Yeah.
and the kind of money that they're making, it's incredible.
So how much would you say
But
they
see,
would
he
make
says
for each?
money making. He don't say participation. He ain't saying no
We're learning.
participation.
We're learning.
He ain't saying no participation. He's saying making money from it. But I want to bring this thought up. Twin, hold your thought, because you said something.
Mm-hmm.
So people can't take crowd music and put it on YouTube.
Correct.
That's what I love.
Yeah.
It's
That's what I
exclusive
love.
content.
Well, and explain why on that as well, so that people understand. It's not that we have anything against YouTube or
Yeah.
anything, but the reasoning being.
Well, the reason being that artists don't get
Artists
paid.
don't
That's
get
right.
money.
That's right. Simple as
They don't
that.
make money.
I mean,
Is that clear? They don't make no money.
Yeah. So here's what happened. I mean, just real quick in a nutshell. Going back to 1999, 2000, you had Napster out there. Napster was pirating music and sharing, and there was no protection out there. And what happened is the way the industry was set up, it went from vinyl records to digital, and as soon as digital came across, people said, you can't control digital. It's going to get out there in the world, and people will be able to
That's
copy
true.
your music.
Yeah.
Well, now there's digital licensing management software out there that we can embed into it. Now,
Right.
now we don't have that today, and I'll come back to that in a quick minute. But we will have it within a few months. That the music that goes out will not be able to be copied. Will not be able to be So at this point, we're trusting that people understand thou shalt not steal.
Yeah.
Which means thou shalt not copy, share, or give away music for free.
But they would be crazy to do that because you're
'Cause
giving away
they're-
money.
they're-
You're
well,
giving
you're
away
giving
money.
away your
money.
money.
If
Yeah,
you
exactly.
join crowd
Exactly.
And get
and
some
pay your
exclusive-
subscription and you get my song and you turn
give it to
around and
somebody.
email it to your friend for nothing, you just
You just
lost
might as
money.
well give them
Yeah.
money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the nice thing about this is, back again in Napster days, or okay, so I paid Apple, I paid iTunes, I bought a song, why should my friend have to pay this big corporation again?
Right.
I'm just going to share it with my friend.
Yeah.
But now it's I paid for the song and it's
And
my
it's more-
business.
yeah.
And if I give it to my friend, I'm robbing from
Give your
myself.
money away.
And everybody else. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
buy the song.
Buy the
it's
song.
it's a $1 song. I mean, you think about it. For a song, I mean, your song. I mean, wait till you hear this.
Yeah.
is
Forget it.
It's going to floor you. But let's take an average song out there.
In other words, this ain't average.
This ain't average. So let's take an average song out there that someone goes, wow, I mean, because all the music that we're doing is phenomenal.
Yes.
And you're going to hear that even in the thank you package. The songs that you're going to get the day you sign up is unbelievable. You're going to hear those songs, and some of those are going to stick in your head, and you're going to listen to them over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So for a song that will impact you for whether it's a day, a week, a month, or maybe even a lifetime, isn't that worth a cup of $1 that you'll pay for a cup of coffee at McDonald's?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that will last you
and
30
the songs
minutes.
now are $1.29
On iTunes.
on iTunes.
Yeah.
Right.
And ours is $1.
Yeah.
Ours is $1 when you're a member.
Wow.
Now when they're a retail sale, so when your friends come, so that's the other nice thing is your friends say, well, I don't want to sign up. I just want to buy one song from Dr. Bynum. It's $1.29.
Wow.
But
So they can buy.
They can buy one.
They
single.
can buy my single.
yes.
Well, not today.
Not today.
Not today.
We will have that.
Oh, it's only for
availability.
special folks. Yeah,
We,
today.
we will have it available to buy just a single
Down the road.
probably within 4 to 5 months after we launch. And I need to remember to come back to that.
Yeah.
So when they come to it, they'll be able to buy that single. Where was I going with that thought? I just went
We talked the $1.29 versus
Yeah.
the dollar.
versus the dollar. Oh, so the incentive is that
The amount.
you know you can pay $1.29 for a single, but if you start finding that there's a lot of great music here, why don't you just sign up as a member? Now you get the member price of $1 per song. So I can buy individual singles for $1 when I'm a member. That's the member price.
Wow.
Yep.
And then on top of that, as a member, you're getting residuals from everybody that
Every
signs
sale.
up. So if you
Every
sit
sign
on
up.
your computer one night and decide that you're a member and you want to do how many songs, you do how many songs. When it's time at the end of 30 days for me to get a check, I'm benefiting from everything
All
that
of
you all
that.
have purchased.
Yeah,
All of
we
that.
bought.
Yes.
Yeah, everything that we've bought and everything that we've sold, because we're telling our friends about it, and they're going, where do I get
Where do I
it?
get
Go
it?
to my website, click
Yeah.
the buy button on whatever song you want. Go through the list, search by genre, search by artist name, search by most recent, buy the songs you want, and I'm getting paid on that. You're getting paid on that. JoJo's getting paid on that.
And all the people
everyone,
out there.
everyone that's in my crowd,
Yeah.
you know, I make money on all the people that buy music.
It's
from
the
me.
2 fish and 5 loaves. I'm
No,
telling you,
this is,
it
you know,
is.
this is
amazing.
incredible.
Well,
and
and here's why it works, and I wanted to make sure that I touched on this, because again, I mean, I scratched my head, go, why isn't anybody doing this? You know, you see all these music tech companies out there, and they're all trying to fix the system with broken parts, as
Yeah.
David
Yeah.
always says.
Wow.
And it's something where I realized, you know, it took me just until a few months ago to even realize this, that I said, every single one of these companies, because people go, Mike, what's your exit strategy?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean my exit strategy?
Trying
I'm
to
like,
figure out a way
I didn't get into this to become rich. You know, I had a great job before I did this.
Yeah.
I was making great money.
That was a funny thing. I said,
I
are you
did-
sure you want to get in the music business? Oh, really? Do we need to talk?
I did not need to do this. I got into it because I saw an injustice being
Yeah.
done, and I couldn't
That's
sit
incredible.
by and do nothing.
That's
you know,
so rare.
But I said, you know,
That is so rare.
I said, what's happening with all these other companies is they have huge investors behind them, venture capitalists that are pouring in millions of dollars, that they want to grow the company as quick as possible so that they can turn around and sell it on Wall Street, cash out, and make their millions, sometimes billions, on the backs of artists.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
That's not our deal.
Yeah.
Our deal is, how do we pay artists fairly? How do we take care of fans fairly? And keep enough just to keep the lights on for the company.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
and you look at David and I, we don't live a high lifestyle. I mean,
Right.
we're not looking to buy islands in the Bahamas.
That's right. That's right. We're going to come to one of your islands. So please invite us.
no, this is incredible,
Yeah.
and I really wanted you guys to come on today before we let you listen to a teaser
It's
of
gonna
my
drop
music,
tonight.
and it's going to drop tonight.
Yes.
And it could have dropped earlier, but I had a passion for the people to really have an understanding
Right.
of what is really happening for them
Right.
as a result of me sitting here and as a result of my single. I wanted people to really, really know that this is really a blessing. This is really a God send
Right.
for the people of God in this hour and this decade.
Right.
And I wanted them to hear that clearly so that they would understand why it is imperative that they don't allow $75 to keep them from a lifetime of residuals. It makes no sense.
That's right. Exactly.
It makes no sense. We can sit all day long and say, God, when are you going to bless me?
that's
Lord,
it.
when is it coming? I need money.
That's it.
I need money for my, or, I wish I can go out and get a second job.
Right.
When actually, if you work at the gas company, this could be working for you while you're working at the gas company, and in 30 days, this can be your second check.
That's right.
Which will come to a place where it outruns what you are making 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
That's right.
I couldn't let this moment pass without bringing complete clarity before the record dropped so they could know that healing oil,
Yes.
it has really happened.
Yes.
And that is the name of the new single, Healing
Yeah.
Oil. So
Yeah.
I'll let the producer take it
Oh,
from here.
Exclusive content. And we only gonna play a snippet of because we can't. This is, and I want you guys to know this is a almost 13-minute long piece, which already out the rip. That's not normal.
Yeah. It's not going to be on radio.
No. Oh God, no. Usually you get 3 minutes and 30 seconds, or 4 minutes and 5 seconds.
If you're
or something,
lucky.
If you're lucky.
They've asked me to do the soaking music. I think we should explain this.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
what I sit
The soaking music.
in the realm of
you
soaking
can kind of talk about the soaking music piece.
Well, actually,
we-
that's what I do for crowd music.
Yes.
We
I'm-
created a
I'm
whole
going-
other genre
Yes.
called soaking music.
Right.
It was exclusively designed, cut, measured, and weighed for Dr. Juanita Bynum.
Yes.
Because nobody, y'all look at me in my face, nobody does this
That's right.
like Dr. Bynum. She is in my estimation, the architect of that.
Yes.
And it's you have to have a certain weight on you to even do that, because we've sat in this studio and we've with our eyes closed and just going, oh my God, and you can just feel the presence of God, even though you know what God allowed me to produce in terms of the sound, the sonic value of it, kind of has that it's a very gut wrenching pulling, and with the orchestra and the big sound. My production is always kind of huge like that. But what Dr. Bynum brings to it, it pulls a whole nother, it pulls it from a whole nother space. And everybody can't occupy that space.
Right.
They can't occupy that space. And I've worked with all of them. And everybody they just don't have it. They just don't have the ability to pull from that place. And you'll hear it, and we'll give you just maybe a minute of this song, just so you can kind of get an idea of it. But I want you guys to you have to hear the song in full bloom. I mean, you'll kind of hear it over the speakers in here, but when you have it in your house, we had testimonies,
Especially on your ears, Yeah, we've had testimonies where people just dropped to the floor, literally screaming and crying, and said they could really feel the heat of the Lord just go through them. Or my friends that I've allowed to hear it have texted me back and said, I'm crying and I can't stop. And I really advise you to just get in a place with a pair of earphones, because that, oh my God. And I had one of my spiritual daughters from Guyana. I sent it to her because she couldn't do the international thing, and I sent it to her, and she said, I followed your advice. I put the earphones on, she said, and all I can tell you, it was just much snot and crying. She said, you can just like, it just engulfs you in a whole nother world.
Right.
It does.
That's right.
And I did it myself last night, and I was like, oh my
Whoa.
God. I mean, you feel like you're having an intimate moment with God.
That's right.
It's
That's
like,
right.
I said, wow, God. And I became humbled
Yeah.
that the Lord would use me in this magnitude. I mean, literally,
Absolutely.
I feel so unworthy today
Absolutely.
for something that is so holy and so incredibly pure. You know, even the back end of it, how we were sitting right there, and God dropped that thing down in my spirit, and we said, oh my God, I think God is giving me a new piece onto this song. And I feel so humble and so low before the Lord.
And I can talk about it from a sonic value too, in addition to that, Dr. Bynum. When you hear the vocals, particularly when you get it close like that, the way your voice sounds, it's a clarion sound inside of the voice. I don't know if people understand what that means, but it's something else. It's a frequency in that voice. Even when you're speaking, when you first start to speak, everything else that's going on around you, it almost arrests it, and it brings everything.
It commands attention.
It commands it.
Wow.
That's a very, very, very powerful place. It's a very powerful place. And Dave and I talked about this because we were kind of going through the mix process and stuff, and he said, they said her voice is just the attention
Yes.
is on that vocal.
That's right.
And,
That's right.
and you guys got to understand, David Browning, I can't even speak enough about this guy. I'm humbled,
No,
you know, in my
not at
career,
all.
just that I'm even able
Not
to
at
sit
all.
across from this guy. And
Well,
it's just amazing.
And I mean, to me personally, again, as you spoke just a moment ago, this is a testament of how God uses His people.
Sure.
You know, this is something that is bigger than you, that's bigger than crowd,
Sure.
and all
Absolutely.
of this, and that God would choose each of us to have a small little part, that you all would have a part of all of this. I mean, that's humbling, and it's exciting that we have a Savior that cares that much about us to include us in His plan at this time, our existence for that very thing. I think you're going to be blown away by this.
All right. So
Take it away, Judge.
with that, oh my goodness. All right, y'all. I'm going to start y'all right a little bit before the talk, Dr. Bynum. I'm going to start them there. That sound all right?
All right.
Let's do it.
Just going to let them hear a touch of it.
Do you want to live? Do you want to be made whole? Do you believe that it's time for your healing? Now that you're ready, let's pray. Lord, I am tired. I'm losing sleep. Struggle with breathing, it overwhelms me. Lord, I am thirsty. A tongue long to eat. My body is aching for peace. I'd like to run again, or even just walk, or just see the ocean one more time. Lord, I look forward to sit at your feet.
Oh,
They
man.
got to go to the site. They got to go to the site.
You know what's interesting about this is I listen and I'm really focused on the lyric today. It's like a modern psalm. It's like something what David would be writing when he was distressed and in trouble and his enemies was chasing him. I'm listening to this first verse and thinking, man, this is a modern psalm.
Yeah.
You know?
Incredible.
The words, the words just speak to, I think, everybody from all different genres, because everybody at some point in their Christian walk becomes totally exhausted with
That's
what they're
right.
dealing
Absolutely.
with.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to eat, and my body is aching for peace, and I'd like to run again, even just walk wherever I am. Everybody know that just being by the ocean, just see the ocean one more time.
That's right.
And
That's right.
it's just that first group of words. I heard this song in 2009, and almost every day I lived this song out, and I made up my mind one day I'm going to record this song, and I cannot record it until I have literally experienced the healing oil of God.
Wow.
And when my life came to the point where I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, that I was healed. And I'm talking about healed by the healing oil, healed internally.
Yes.
I knew it was time for me to authentically sing this song. And I knew that it would resonate, that it was authentic. And what comes from the heart goes to the heart. And so I had to wait on the song. I had to wait until I was qualified
Yeah.
to minister
That's
this
right.
song.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
God,
that's good.
God's
That's
timing this whole
incredible.
thing. I mean, I look at just the spiritual blessing that this is going to bring to people,
Yes.
timed up and aligned perfectly with something that's going to bring a financial blessing to people.
That's right. That's right.
And to do it in a way that is, you know, think of the involvement that you have.
Yes.
Getting involved and joining this crowd is you're helping bring justice to an industry that is experiencing extreme injustice.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the amount of people that are going to receive your song as part of our thank you package
Yeah.
Yes.
that
Ministry.
that don't know the Lord,
Don't know.
That's right.
that
That's
are going
right.
to be listening through songs and they
bump into this
they
one.
bump into this
Yes.
one, and they're going to hear that and they're going to be,
Yeah.
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 what just
Yeah.
happened?
And that's the
Yeah.
kingdom call,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Yeah.
So I mean, the impact of all this,
Yeah.
this isn't an accident. This
Yeah.
isn't happen chance that this all
No,
came
absolutely.
together.
No.
And
No.
I mean, we
This is a-
just thank God.
So
This is
literally,
all
the
divine.
gospel and the Christian aspect of crowd sits in the middle of a pie with all genres of music.
Oh, yeah.
That when you become a part of crowd, even as a hip hop singer, you can't help but to hit the button to
You'll
see
get to
what all
experience it
what,
all.
what
That's
crowd
right.
drops.
That's right.
So it
Absolutely.
becomes an evangelist.
Absolutely.
It does.
Evangelism, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
No.
it's amazing how God orchestrates all those
Yeah.
pieces, and then we get to discover them a little bit along the way and be like,
Yeah.
that's really cool how he put that together.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. Wow.
Well, is that it, guys?
I think that's it.
That's about as much we
I
can
think
do.
that's
Yeah.
Oh,
I
God.
think that's it.
So timing wise,
Yes.
you want to
Timing-wise-
get on and
Timing
do
wise,
this
you
now.
really have until 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, Brett? 5 o'clock to sign in today.
5 o'clock.
5
Central
o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Time. Eastern time. Okay.
Yeah, so half hour.
Okay.
5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, a half an hour if you want to receive it tonight.
Yes.
It's going to drop tonight. If you want to receive your e-blast with this in here tonight, you have about 30 minutes to sign in, or
Yeah.
you'll have to wait.
And that is
until-
crowdmusic.com/299, which is Dr. Bynum's number. Actually, crowdmusic.com/Bynum,
Bynum.
B-Y-N-U-M, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Go there. If you miss that half hour, you're gonna have to wait till Monday for the music because that's when the next batch will go out and get shipped. So so get in there now in this next half hour. Get signed up. You're going to hit that join button. You're going to sign up as a promoter and founding member and crowd. You're not going to regret it. You'll have time to go back in again. You got a 30-day period to go in and review everything and learn what's going on. So just go ahead. If you don't know me, but you know Dr. Bynum, and you know, get involved, join the crowd. It's going to be a great decision. You're going to be so excited.
And you're going to need all weekend to recover from this song. I'm telling you, you're going to need
Absolutely.
every minute of it.
No, we sitting here listening.
Yeah,
as we go.
because it's still playing in the room, and I'm trying to keep focused. It's still playing. I'm trying to keep focused.
No,
My
I want to
goodness.
go back to the first day before I leave the air today.
Yeah.
The first day we let Dave hear it, and
Oh,
Dave was
yeah.
sitting there, and when it was over, Dave just jumped up and went out the room. And I looked at you and said, "Well, do you think he liked it?"
Yeah.
And he went in the room to the piano.
Yeah,
And he
just
came
started
back
playing,
in and
yeah.
said, "I'm sorry, but it sent me straight to a worship moment."
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He said it
Yeah.
just took
It
me
took
straight
me
to a
there.
worship moment.
Yeah, it was one of those days where I was dealing with
You was deal-
earthly issues, and I had to realize that I'm dealing with a God that works outside of the existence and the temporal things of the earth. And so it took me to a spot where I had to go worship personally and realize I'm serving a bigger God than my circumstance.
Yeah.
And so it ministered to me right away, even in its unfinished form. So
Yeah.
you all are gonna y'all are gonna get wailed on this one. So.
Well, guys, thank you for joining me today, and
yes.
I don't know what to say. I'm humbled and I'm nervous and
No.
all of the above, and I've waited for
Yeah.
the last. I haven't put a project out that I've sat in the control seat, me and JoJo, me sitting in the control seat saying my signature and my stamp of approval is on this 1,000% since 2005 when I released a piece of my passion. So this project is my heartbeat, and I'm feeling very emotional about it.
Yeah.
And I pray that it's going to bless the people of God. And of course, I love you guys, all my bees. God bless. I feel emotional right now, Jesus.